Good morning, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, June 21st, 2021. This is not financial advice. The video is intended for educational purposes only. Click on the Twitter link below if you want to find out what's going on in between these videos that I do once a day. If you want to stay up to date with my latest videos and want to know when these videos come out, click the subscribe button and that bell below and you'll be notified. Okay, the NuCypher allocation. I have bought across all these entry points in NuCypher at 43.7 cents. This is my buying price. This is not the current price. I wish it was, but it's not. In fact, the current price is below 43 cents. So I'm taking an unrealized P&L loss, which basically means I haven't sold yet, but if I did sell, I would have an actual loss. So let's move into the market right here. So we're at 25.6 cents on the NuCypher US dollar pair, which, by the way, is equal to Bitcoin. NuCypher US dollar is equal to Bitcoin multiplied by NuCypher's strength compared to Bitcoin. So as I've mentioned in the past, we're still in a broadening wedge here, downward broadening wedge, which is considered bullish. We should, at some point after it passes this top resistance yellow line, should resolve to the upside to 78 to 80 cents. And we're going to, my view is that we will get there. But, again, this is crypto business. It's all risky business, no matter what you say. So let's go straight into the other factor, which is, let's take a look at the NuCypher strength to Bitcoin, which is one of the two factors that we look at that drives that chart. Okay, we're in an actual healthy area on the lower end of this smile line, which is great news. Okay, I think 792, given where Bitcoin's been and all the fear going on, the inner strength of NuCypher couldn't be stronger. I think that once we get closer to August, we're going to start to see this thing shine. But again, Bitcoin, is a questionable, is in a questionable area right now for many, but I consider it fairly certain area for me. Let's look at Bitcoin right now. We're at 3240, so 32,400 and change. Now we've talked about this death cross that people continue to talk about. But like I've said, this is a death cross here. What happened from that death cross, between the death cross and the green or golden cross? So from there, we actually went up. So the death cross is really a lagging indicator. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going down. It just means that we could be going down. It's actually a lagging indicator. It just points out where the 50-day moving average crosses below the 200-day moving average. So in this case up here, that's where we're at right now. This line, the green line, which is a 50-day moving average, is going below this 200-day moving average, which is the one in red. Now, 50-day moving average, just so everyone remembers what it is, you take the prior, which is why it's lagging, you take the prior 50 days, add them all up in terms of their prices, and then divide by 50. That's it. Simple, easy math. So anyway, this is where we're crossing right now, but we hit down to like 31 and change earlier. We're back to 32. Now it's 32.5. Again, what's driving the news around this? Well, a couple of things. One is Bitcoin dropping as China intensifies crypto mining crackdown. Look, this is not the first time we've heard about this. And I've told everyone on this video who've been watching that this to me is a bullish sign. What happens is when China does something like that, there's a bunch of things going on. One is people who can't read the headlines and understand that supply going down should be good for the price of Bitcoin. They don't understand that. So what do? They sell. And a lot of emotional selling going on. Let it happen. Let it happen. Because the smart money will remain. In fact, let's take a look at the smart money. MicroStrategy, one of them, continuing to buy. Even though they're buying at 37,000. They'll continue to average cost into the Bitcoin trade. Trust me on this one. This is not their last purchase. They will continue purchasing up Bitcoin all along the way. And trust me, they'll do very well for themselves in the long run. Let's take a look at some other positive news here. Paraguay looking to make Bitcoin legislation by next month, aiming to make Paraguay a global crypto hub. This is important because this is where you start to see more global adoption. And as I mentioned, not just here in the States, not just in South America, Latin America, but all over the world, they're starting to look at this. India, a couple of other, even Iran. I mean, every place in the world is looking at this stuff. So, and just realize that also, remember that China has a bit of a concern about the US dollar. Well, what the heck would China have to care about the US dollar? Well, they own over $1 trillion worth of US treasuries. So they don't want to see that money go away. So why do they care about the dollar? Because at the end of, they are getting paid interest in US dollars, plus all of the principal that will come back to them in the very end when these treasuries, as these treasuries mature, they will get redeemed at par, which is basically all of their money comes back to them in dollars. So very important you all understand that they really don't want the dollar to completely get decimated here. It's important that you understand that. Anyway, I'm out. Stay tuned on Twitter. And Bitcoin's at 32.44. NuCypher's at 25.61. Talk soon.